Welcome to Salesforce Rangers, guys. I would like to thank my subscribers who have been watching my videos from the past few days. And today I have prepared a new video for asynchronous Apex. Asynchronous Apex is quite important while we are learning Salesforce development. And Salesforce provide asynchronous Apex functionality by future methods, by batch classes, queuable interface, and scheduler Apex. So these kind of things are called asynchronous Apex. So in this video, we are only going to talk about the future method, and you will be able to see the difference between normal Apex and asynchronous Apex. I am going to show you live in action, and let's start. So I have created a trigger on contact object, async trigger, and I have a class, my future class. Now I will write a for loop on my trigger.new. So right now this method doesn't exist. I'm going to create it. So I will create two methods. One method is my future methods annotated by future annotation, public static void my future method. So here are a few considerations while creating a future method. Future method cannot return anything because it will be running in a separate context. It will be a new thread, and that's why we cannot return anything. Second thing, which is quite important, we can only pass primitive data types in the arguments of this method. I cannot write it like this: contact con and save. If I am going to save it, it's going to show me an error. The problem is future methods do not support parameter type of contact. And the reason behind that is, since this future method is going to be running in another context in a separate thread, and when the resources are available, so we do not know when it's going to be executed, and in the meanwhile this data right here can be changed from the UI. That's why it's not a good idea to send the contact data or any subject type data in my future methods. We can only pass primitive data types. Although we can bypass this limitation by serializing our data and passing it in a string, JSON string, but we are not doing it here. I will create another method which is not a future method, it's a normal method, and my normal method, I am going to put debug logs, normal method, and future method. I'm saving my trigger. I have passed last name of my contact in both of the methods. Now what I'll do, I will create a contact record and we will see everything in action. So in my anonymous window, I have already written the code: insert new contact, last name is equals to Rangers. Let's execute and we will be watching the debug logs. Execute. So these two methods, these two debug logs are unread debug logs, and you can see that the second one is the future handler debug logs, which clearly says future handler, which is it's a separate thread. So let's open the first one and let's check our debug log right here. Rangers, normal method Rangers. So you can see that normal method Rangers debug log came in the same log in which the trigger was executed, which means it is synchronous or normal Apex, which which happened synchronously one after the other. That the contact is inserted, trigger executed, and then my method got called. Now let's open the future handler log. It's a separate thread and it only shows us future method Rangers, nothing else. So whatever written in this method this debug log is going to display that only. So it's a completely different context. So now I think the difference is clear to you guys, and that's pretty much it about future method. Thank you for watching my video. Have a good day.